coming up in this read. You are being stopped by your gut instincts and your intuition, and for some of you by your spirit guides as well. It's like you're being stopped from making a mistake. Taurus, let's get into your March love reading. Any information that you need, you can find it in my pinned comment and in my description box below. If you're cross-watching for a Taurus, then please switch over the roles, because I could be speaking directly to you. And please do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for absolutely everybody. You just take what's resonating for you and you leave what doesn't for another Taurus or another cross-watcher, okay? Please also do respect the tarot and approach it with patience, an open mind, and without expectations. And finally, if you don't want to miss a video, then subscribe and stay notified. Okay, so Taurus, your first card out, Justice. It's Libra energy. Now, the zodiacs that I mentioned, you could be dealing with those zodiacs, or they could be placements in your chart, in someone else's chart. They could be character traits. Use your discernment, okay? You then have the Eight of Cups. So with these two being right next to each other, some of you might have walked away from a situation where it could involve a Libra, it could involve a Pisces. You've walked away from something or someone. Now, with this being a love read, it's probably someone. Promises were made, and it looks like someone has surrendered the promises that were made, or broken promises that were made, something like that. What else, please, for Taurus? Okay, the Four of Coins. It's Capricorn energy. It's a very withholding energy. I'm definitely going to have to clarify this. It's like someone wasn't getting what they wanted out of a situation, so they left the situation. Again, Taurus, I don't know what side of the table this is coming from, okay? So again, discernment required. Right, we've got a Queen of Wands out now as well. That's Aries energy. So that's like a magnetizing, attraction, being attracted to someone younger, someone new. The Page of Coins. What else for Taurus, please? Lovers, yeah. Okay. Finish your spread, please, for Taurus. Okay, the Lovers, Gemini energy. The Fool, Uranus, so that's Aquarius energy. What else, please, for Taurus? What else for Taurus? Okay. Five of Swords, Aquarian energy. Thank you. And the Hierophant, it's your major arcana. Okay, so we got there in the end. And then the five of Wands, no, it's the Four of Wands. Aries and the Ace of Cups. Okay. Yeah, Taurus, it looks like for some of you, again, this is not going to resonate for absolutely everybody. Okay, so discernment, discernment, discernment. Someone is looking towards new love with the Ace of Cups, brand new love. There's a message that's coming in towards you, Taurus, from a new love interest. Ace of Cups, Eight of Wands, okay? It is possibly that there's a bit of a red flag that's going on, okay? I am going to be honest with you about what I'm seeing, that there is a red flag here straight away. Taurus, somebody is wanting to move in with you super, super quick, okay? If you feel at any point in time that someone's moving too quickly for you, then you know, it's completely within your right to put the brakes on for a little bit until you feel comfortable. All right. Tell us more about the Four of Wands, please, for Taurus. Okay, obviously, it's amazing news for those of you who are wanting to move in with a significant other. Some of you are going to be feeling like it's too soon, or it's too quick, or you haven't had a chance to lay your own groundwork yet, something like that. Hanged Man and the Ten of Swords, yeah. Yeah, you see that as a combination. Someone wants to move quickly and the other one does not want to move quickly at all because of that potential red flag. Potentially, like if things were to move too quick, it might end up coming to an abrupt ending with the 10 of Swords. Okay, so take your time. Really make sure that you think everything through. And consider other options, other possibilities as well. It's that Hanged Man's, the Hanged Man in this deck is actually quite it's quite endearing, because it's like he's reaching out for that pot of gold, but then it's like something's stopping him, so his goal is just out of reach. It's like you're being specifically told to take a pause, Taurus. Take a pause, because there's something that hasn't yet been taken into consideration that pertains to this decision of either new love or moving in or something like that. Okay, it could also just be as well for some of you that you're freshly out of something else. It could also just be that. So it's kind of like a warning against moving into something new too quickly. Okay, tell me about the Queen of Wands, please. Where's Queen of Wands here, please, for Taurus? There is definitely somebody is definitely attracted to you, Taurus, with that Queen of Wands. 8 of Swords. Okay. This is two individuals who are on very different pages to each other. It's like one of you really does value your independence, and the other one is wanting to seal the deal as quickly as possible. Queen of Wands, 8 of Swords, yeah. Why the Page of Coins, please, for Taurus? Thank you. The Page of Coins. The Page of Coins clarified with the Page of Coins. Yeah, something's, I mean, this could be you, Taurus, that's wanting to move on something quickly. It could be. But again, the Page of Coins with the Page of Coins, something isn't yet fully matured. Okay, so something like you have some of the ingredients that you need to get towards your goal, but you don't have all of the ingredients that you need. That there's some of these ingredients that's missing. Tell me more about the Lovers, please, for Taurus in love. Thank you. Page of Cups. It's 3 pages. Page of Cups. What's under there? A star. More Aquarius energy. Healing. So it's possible, Taurus, that what's stopping you from completely going for the jump, it's like your instinct is holding you back from taking the plunge with something new, which for a lot of you, not all of you, for a lot of you, does pertain to a new relationship. Your instinct is stopping you from making that final leap. Something feels off. Lovers and the Page of Cups. That's usually really good news when it pertains to love, romance and children. Anything that triggers an emotional reaction within you. The Page of Cups is usually really good news about that. And you see how the cup, like, it's a giant. The dude is a giant, and he's holding like a regular sized cup, but when he's holding it, the cup appears a lot smaller because he's so big. So that there's a message within this that pertains to love and appearances. Somebody is being described as like a gentle giant as well, something like that. And he's a farmer, so that's someone who's self-sufficient. You're looking for somebody who is self-sufficient. You're looking for somebody who values their independence the same way that you do. Tell me more about the Five of Swords, please, for Taurus. Thank you. The Knight of Swords. Okay. There's something that's been left open-ended, Taurus, that is somewhat confusing your romantic situation. Something else has been left open-ended. It's like answers, the quest for answers. Either you're looking for answers so that you can finalize something in order to begin something new, or that's someone else towards you. And you do have the Hierophant here. That's your major arcana. Your major arcana. So specifically, that energy is coming in towards you. This could be somebody looking for closure from you. Tell me more about the Hierophant, please, for Taurus. Thank you. Oh, the Five of Swords. Yeah. It feels quite abrupt. And if you look at the atmosphere in that card as well, it looks very abrupt. So you've got two people here that were basically doing their own thing, minding their own business, doing whatever. And then all of a sudden, this comes shooting out of the sky. This feels like another individual who is looking for answers, wanting a conversation. It's almost like, did you forget something? You know, it's kind of like that energy. It's weird. Six of Coins under there. It's like generosity, helping someone out. Being charitable. What weird energy. It all started off with this Justice, Eight of Cups, and then the Four of Coins. Why the Four of Coins, please, for Taurus? That's the starting point. That's where this has come from. Why the Four of Coins, please? Thank you. The Two of Coins. So the 4 to the 2, something's been split in half. Something's been split in half. Or someone's wanting something to be split in half. It feels like that there's something in your energy, Taurus, that is still yet to be resolved, that pertains to love and or romance. And you have to resolve whatever this is before you can start a new chapter type thing. Queen of Cups. Yeah, it is about relationships with the Queen of Cups. For some of yous as well, you've got a lot of love to give. And there's indications that somebody that you're currently looking at as a potential partner might not yet be ready to receive your love, if that makes sense, with that Hanged Man, Ten of Swords. It's the main message that I can pick out from this, Taurus, as confusing as this is for me to read, the main message is, do you remember the Moonology deck? And one of the cards says, your dreams need a practical plan. That's what this is. There's something about what you're trying to attain, or a goal that you're trying to reach. You are being stopped by your gut instincts and your intuition, and for some of you by your spirit guides as well. It's like you're being stopped from making a mistake, because if you imagine this fool, see, once he jumps off that cliff, it's not as if he can change his mind halfway down, can he? Well, he can, but it's not going to get him anywhere, right? Because he's still going down. He's still made the decision to take that leap. So it's like being committed to a decision. Now is the time for you to look at the details of a situation that might have bypassed you, or you might not have even considered, before you commit yourself to a decision, before you take that leap, because you can't change your mind halfway down. That's why your guides are trying to hold on to your ankles. They're trying to stop you from they're trying to stop you from doing that just now. So it's like, wait. Okay, that was super confusing. Give me a healing message, please, for Taurus. Self-reflection, waning gibbous. Okay. For anybody who's into numerology, that's number 17, which is reduced into an 8. Okay, number 17, let's have a look. Be curious about your own nature. Choose to turn inwards to quietly contemplate who and what you are and what you want. The more you know about yourself, the more you're able to steer yourself correctly. Know what you believe and why, yet be open to the development of new beliefs and ways of being. I am not afraid to look deeply at myself in all aspects. Both scientists and spiritual practitioners believe that there is much benefit to be had in self-reflection. The process involves us thinking about what is happening, how we react, and how we make sense of it. It exposes our strengths and weaknesses and gives us information to make changes if we choose to. It gives us a small respite in the busyness of life and allows our brain to make some sense of the chaos we experience every day. As self-reflection is something we would all benefit from doing, then why don't we do it? First, self-reflection requires us to slow down somewhat and turn our awareness inward, something that does not come naturally to some, and especially not to the highly extroverted. So yeah, you're definitely being told to slow down on something here, Taurus. Starting small and maybe getting assistance with someone else as a guide can solve this. Second, some people are not sure exactly how to self-reflect and so don't try. To change this, examine the various ways to self-reflect during a regular 5-minute recap of the day as you commute home or before dinner. Sit quietly and think about all that has happened and your reactions to it on this moon every moon cycle. And just as a recap, that moon cycle is waning gibbous. Okay. Record how you feel every day. There are many ways to self-reflect and one will suit you. Third, some people self-reflect, but when they don't like the feelings of vulnerability, anger, guilt, or even defensiveness that this incurs. Why go there when it isn't pleasant? Here's where we grow our self-responsibility. Short-term pain will certainly be worth the long-term gain if we do not ignore the elephant in the room. A regular practice of self-reflection allows us to intercede before our problems get too big. We can, for example, catch ourselves before something gets way out of hand. We can then apologize and make amends to somebody for our mistake, or we can catch negative patterns and stop them in their tracks. The theme of waning gibbous moons, of which this is the first, is the process of self-reflection and building resilience. And then it says tiger's eye. So some of you might find comfort in keeping a piece of tiger's eye close to you at this time. It would give you, it's for courage usually, tiger's eye. This is a nod towards shadow work basically. Okay, getting to know yourself better. Again, I'm pretty certain that this is why you're being told to slow down specifically with something. Don't take the leap just yet. You're being told to stop and go inwards. Okay, shadow work, self-reflection. And figure out if what you're about to do, is it something that you genuinely want to do, or is this something that someone else is wanting for you? You know, are you being codependent in that way type thing? Are you making a decision, specifically the decision that you're wanting to or about to take? Are you making that because it would make someone else feel happy? If so, then that's not going to work, because that will end up with you being 10 of swords, with you being hurt. Okay, so obviously you can't live your life through others. It's basically what this read is indicating. Any decision that you make, you have to ensure that it is genuinely coming from you and for what you're wanting for your life, and make sure that it's not something that you're doing just to keep the peace and just to keep someone else entertained or someone else happy, you know. Okay, right, so let's keep this moving. What else, please, for Taurus? Boundaries. Well. Having sensible boundaries is important, yeah. So again, it's another nod at everything that we've just seen in your read, Taurus. Commitment. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. So pay attention to what it is that you're committing yourself to at this time. For those of you who are wanting to take your relationship up to the next level, have a conversation with your person first and make sure that they are going to be respectful of your boundaries. And equally, before you commit to them, make sure that you're going to have the confidence to remind them as and when the need arises of where your boundaries are. Okay. And then you've got union. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. So yeah, Taurus, there is a very strong message of a union, of course. you about to either refresh a pre-existing relationship and recommit yourself to a pre-existing relationship, or embark on a brand new relationship. Okay. The key message with this read that I can pick out is check for any codependency. Okay. That's the key message. So it's so easy when we're completely head over heels in love with someone else, and then our lives become completely all about the other person. It's telling you that you don't have to do that. All right. Providing you can maintain your boundaries and that you're comfortable with reinforcing them as and when required via your shadow work, you can still maintain your independence within a union, within a relationship. This is how healthy relationships work. You know, it's two people who are working towards the same goal, and they're building each other up and helping each other towards the same goal. It's not where the relationship becomes all about the other person, one person. A relationship's two. Okay. If your relationships become about one, then you'll know how that one goes. Okay. The relationship has to be about both partners working together and being respectful of each other, and, you know, not expecting the other one to make unnecessary sacrifices as well. The Hanged Man can be sacrifices, unnecessary sacrifices that's going to hurt the other person. That's not what relationships are. So interesting read, really interesting, quite eye-opening as well. Else, please, for Taurus. Thank you. That's interesting because Aries literally just had this card out. Solar plexus chakra, and it says amber, so you might find comfort in a piece of amber. Fearlessness, turn your warrior into a warrior, facing your fears. And then at the bottom of the deck, you've got vulnerability, throat chakra, sodalite. Showing vulnerability is a sign of strength. So that can be such as admitting when you don't know. You know, it's okay to say, I don't know. A revelation of feelings, of emotions, that sort of thing. Okay. All those things that scare us. What else, please, for Taurus? Thank you. I'm in an offline state of mind. Unplug. With that one, Taurus, I would say be careful about where it is that you're getting your information from at this point in time. Okay. And also be cautious about how much you're consuming by means of information, like information overload. So for example, if you find yourself being glued to the news all of the time, you know, because everything that's going on, and, you know, there's this constant bombardment of negative news, and it's everywhere. It's when you turn on the telly, it's when you go on the internet, on any social media. It's like negative information is coming at you from all angles. So be mindful about how much of this negative information that is currently being consumed. And again, that can be like unplug, offline. It could be individuals around you who it's like everyone's got something to say at this point in time, and the information that they have is very, very limited. So again, it's just to be aware of that. People could be making judgments when they don't have all of the information. Yeah, I'm in an offline state of mind. It's okay for you to step away from the noise of social life, social media right now. Unplug so that you can go within. Because mind, this entire read is all about stepping back from what someone else is wanting, specifically for you. Step back and go within and figure out what is it that you want. You're not going to be able to do that clearly when there's all this noise around you. Okay, is actively encouraging you to go into hermit mode just for a wee bit, just so that you can get back in touch with that sense of who you are and what you're wanting out of your life, and what your aspirations are, and all the rest of it, and where your heart truly lies as well. For some of you, that read is all about love. Who do you love? Some of you are trying to decide between partners, potential partners. Again, time to disconnect. Okay, interesting. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. If you would like to book a private reading with me that is more catered towards your specific needs, then you can book your reading either by following the link below in my description box or pinned comment, or you can go straight to phoenixkeiatarot.com. Thank you so much to everybody who has liked, shared, subscribed and supported my channel. It really does help me to get the message out to those who are needing to hear it. Thank you so much for watching, and we shall speak again soon. Bye.